Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's okay. Good evening if you're in the other side of the world. I trust it's a good one for you and you've had a pleasant week. But a lot of people have asked me this week what's going to happen with the Gorillaz tribe. Am I going to shut it down? Am I going to continue? Well, I've been thinking about it a lot, obviously. And one of those things that I've been thinking about is what Rob and I discussed at the beginning of the year and our plans for and what we're going to bring you throughout the year. And it would be crazy for me not to continue to bring you some good information and allow you to grow your business. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure that's what Rob would have wanted. No, I know it is. So basically, the answer is yes, I will continue with the Gorillaz tribe, bringing you up to date, awesome information where we can, introducing you to new tools where possible, which is what we're going to do today, as well as being able to answer all of your questions as I can. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into this week's coaching call. So let's have a look and see what we've got today. So welcome to the coaching call. We're going to be doing a product search with a relatively new tool onto the market. It's AmazeOwl. Okay, and the good thing about this is the entry level pricing is awesome. It's free. Okay, free, free tool, and it's a really good tool as well. It does have a subscription base, which we'll have a look at as we move forward. But what you can do with the free aspect of this tool is pretty amazing, and we're going to cover that today. And we can go into the paid aspect another time. I'll release a video for that specifically later on. So this is basically what you get when you download the app. Now, this has changed. It used to be a web-based tool, but they've changed it from a web-based tool to a downloaded product. And this is what the download interaction sort of the front page looks like. So basically, once you've downloaded it, it's really a case of choosing your marketplace. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's have a look, see where we are. Let's go live, basically. So I'm just going to pull up my website. Basically, if you go to AmazeOwl.com, so it's AmazeOwl, you'll come to this page. Okay, so and it basically says here the Chrome extension is no longer supported, so the web version of AmazeOwl is read-only. To continue finding new products and tracking markets, you'll need to download our desktop app for Mac and Windows. So I'm on a Windows-based machine, so that's what I've done last night. I'm sorry, not last night. A while back. So I've actually downloaded this and I've got the app. So let's jump straight into the app. And let's have a look around. So over on the top left-hand side, this is now the downloaded app. Okay, so I'm no longer in sort of Chrome itself. I'm inside the app. So on the left-hand side, we've got the AmazeOwl logo, and we've got various different heading titles at the top. So we've got the lines, which is generally the drop-down menu or expandable menu. So let's have a look at that. So inside the menu itself, there's some useful areas. Join the Facebook group, watch the video tutorials. Now, the video tutorials are very good, actually. They're only about sort of 5 to 10 minutes long each section, so they're very, very easy to understand. You don't get information overload, and the guy Seth is he's very good. Some of you may know him from his YouTube channel or subscribe to his training, whatever. But is very, very good at explaining each of these sections in a separate video itself. Okay, so you've got the sort of get started tutorial walkthrough as well, and then you've got the tools over here. So let's have a look at the quick subscription aspect of what this is. So basically, what we've got is on a yearly, or you can have it on a monthly, depending on your budget, I guess. But the starter pack, which is free, always free, will be free forever. You can do everything you need on here. But with the paid version, that does give you a little bit more. So basically, the free version is just .com, so just the American site. You can monitor up to 3 product keywords per niche. Okay. And you can find and save potential products on Mexico, Italy, and India. That's coming soon. All right. So at the moment, it's just .com. However, if you do decide to sort of scale up a bit and go with the growth plan, which is called at $80, so $79.95 per year. It's not per month, so it's per year. So that works out at just under $10 a month. So if you go monthly, that allows you to do everything that the free version does. Plus, it opens up majority of Europe, and I dare say there's additional countries coming soon. You can monitor up to 10 product keywords as opposed to the 3 in the free version. Save up to 30 products per month from the product database, and basically it's the database you can get access to in this paid version. Okay, so auto updates for 5-track. We'll have a look at the updates sort of area and what that does. But this automatically updates. On the free one, you have to manually click the update. Okay, and we'll go through that in a minute. In-app custom support, whereas over here there's just email us support. The established version, which is just shade under $200 a year or $30 a month, you gain access to all markets. You can monitor 50 product keywords per niche, so which is very, very useful. Because if you're monitoring a keyword per niche as opposed to a product, we talked about this before in previous calls. If you're monitoring a keyword per niche, you get a lot better understanding of what the market is that you're trying to get into. All right, so that's the key thing now. You can save up to 100 products per month from the product database, and it auto updates on 20 tracked products. Okay, so if you're in an enterprise, just give them a call, and they'll give you a quote for that, I guess. Okay, so but it's certainly worthwhile by the look of this. Save 33% if you do the yearly plan. That's just a one-off per year. Okay, so which is good. All right, so let's jump in and see what we've got. So that's the tools. It's got a research. We've got contact us, and the terms and conditions all down the bottom here. So let's have a look and jump straight in for hunt for products. Okay, so basically work from left to right. Okay, apart from the settings, and I'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm just going to show you hunt for products. So I'll let this load for a second. Here's that interactive screen that I showed you to start with. Because we're on the free one, we've only got one choice, which is Amazon.com. So I'm just going to press Amazon.com. And then you got the 3 options here. So the product database, we can't get access to that because we're on the free version for the moment. But I will, like I said, I will actually subscribe, and I'll do you an overview of what that product database looks like, and how to use that. You can do hunt bestsellers, or you can do keyword or ASIN. So basically what we're going to do today is have a look through bestsellers. But if you've done your research with respect to what product you would like to get into, and you've done the exercise with respect to walking around the home or walking around the office, and getting your list together of passions and hobbies and pastimes and stuff like this, and you think, you know what, yeah, I'm definitely into crochet or patchwork quilts or motocross or whatever the case may be, right? You can actually go in there and start searching for keywords. But if you know what, a little bit more top level, I'm not sure what I want to get into, but I think the baby niche would be quite good. You can actually have a look at the bestsellers. So let's have a look at the bestsellers today. So what that's going to do is bring up the Amazon bestsellers list. Now on here, because we're inside an app as opposed to Chrome itself, let me just show you what some of the things we've got. So on the top left hand corner, we've got return to dashboard. We've got the settings, which I'm going to go into in a second. And over on the right here, there's let me just move this around a bit. I'm not sure I can actually zoom in. I don't think I can, because this is an app as opposed to Chrome. So over on the right here, we've got an interface with AmazeOwl, which is our I guess is a window to gold, for lack of a better term. And in here, you've got loading, you've got errors, you've got potential, you've got low, high, and low and high, and then you've got the settings area. And we'll have a look at that as it comes through in a second. So, all right, so let's have a scroll down and have a look, see what we've got on the left-hand side there. I did mention baby, so let's go into baby. Okay, and now let's have a look at this sort of screen over on the right-hand side here. So it says loading. We've got 19 low potentials and 1 high potential. So what does that mean? So let's have a look at this sort of screen here. And you can see above each of these products, all right, each of these products is a little bar with a little owl symbol, okay, with their logo. So if you hover over that, you can see some of the information on there. Now, let me read this to you. So the price is too low. Is $3.03. You know, we've set ours to a minimum of 15. Okay, and that's all in the settings. Review counts are too big. We've got 2,676, and the BSR is good. Okay, because that's at 2. Okay, so, and this is all driven by our settings. But let's drill down a little bit further. I want to go into for mums. What else have we got? And you can see this is interactive. Every time we go into a new page, this automatically loads. So I've now got 18 potentials. 2 of those are high. So let's have a scroll down and have a look, see if we can see these high potential products that it's telling us about. So we're scrolling down, and everything's grey at the moment until we see this is a sort of gold one. It's saying high. All right. So basically, this is looking pretty good. It's telling us that the BSR is 115, which is excellent. And it's basically highlighted that as a gold because it's got high potential. So, and it's also got the option to save. So if you save this, you save it into the potential product folder. Okay, and again, I'll go and have a look at that in a second. So let me save that because it's a high potential. We'll have a look at that and we'll start to analyze it later. Okay, so here's another high, but this is a green, so therefore it's not quite as good as the gold one, but it's still a good one. Okay, so this looks like a pregnancy tester, clear blue. I'm not going to save that one. Okay, so let me go down to page, or the end of the list. So it's the top 81 to 100. Let's see what we get there. And again, every time you come to a new page, this is going to reload. So you can see near now loading it. It starts from the top and goes down the bottom. So we've got 20 with 0 potential on this particular page. So if we scroll down and see these big pillows here, so the review count is too big. So 8,519. The BSR is too high, 20,000 or 19,000. Sorry, the weight is too high. 5 pounds is oversized. So you can see this. Some of the information that's telling us straight off is pretty useful if you're thinking about, you know what, I quite like these nursing pillows. That's good. Well, let's have a look and see why it's a grey, and a grey is a do not touch area. price is slightly too low at $12.98. The BSR is high at 3,300. Okay, so that tells us instantly this is not a product that meets our criteria. Okay, but you can drill down. Let's go back up. Let's have a look at a different category. And let's have a look at sports and outdoors. And let's scroll down, shall we? Sports and fitness. Let's have a look. See what else we can do. Other sports. Let's go equestrian. I've never looked in here, by the way. Equestrian. Blimey, I've still got another level there. So what I'm doing here is the sports and outdoors is the top level. Okay, and as you drill down, this is a subcategory of that particular niche. So we've got sports or fitness is a subcategory of sports and outdoors. Team sports, that obviously so automatically defaulted to team sports when I selected equestrian from others. Then I selected equestrian sport. So you can see over here on the owl, because I'm keeping an eye on this section over here, it's got low potential, all of them, high potential, 0. So I'm not going to waste any more time in this particular section with respect to scrolling. There's no need to scroll because I've got my answer over here. I've got 0 potential, no potential on this particular page. You can go down into sort of the other pages. To see what we've got, and every time you go to a new page, obviously that's going to load. Here we go. Let's go 20 down to 0. It's reviewing all of the listings with respect to checking them against our settings, and again we've got 0 potential. So I think equestrian, I'm going to just jump straight out of that, come back up several layers, and then we can go into accessories. Let's do that one, shall we? Let's wait for the results to load over on our little panel. And again, high potential, 0. So again, I'm not going to waste any more time now with respect to that. So basically, that's how it works. From drilling down into various different subcategories. So let's go and have a look at the settings and see what I'll keep on saying about this is a low and why. So this is all driven by your settings. So if we come up to the top here and just jump into settings, let's have a look, see what we've got. Okay. Now each of these, every time you come to a page, you've got a video tutorial. Now I've noticed that some of the video tutorials are a little bit old because they still refer to the Chrome extension, where you can actually drive and find products live inside Chrome itself. But we're now in the app, as we know. So we know that we're on Amazon.com. And these are the settings itself. So the first one here is filter out brands with own logo. So this is basically what it's doing here is skipping all of those products that are Amazon listed. Okay. Or branded restricted products. Okay, and the way that sort of Seth describes this in a training video is any product that is involved with the vendor program, it's basically skipping that, or something large brand. Okay, so that's basically what it's doing there, simply because to try and compete against products like that, it's going to be very, very difficult. So there's no need to actually show them as our competitors. Okay, so we're skipping that. Normal price. So this is where we keep on seeing that the price is too high, price is too low. I've got this set to 15 to 60. So what we normally do is have that 17 and 60. Okay, and again, same as majority of the programs out there, it's got a little help button. So if you hover over that, it's going to come up with a quick explanation. Product must meet this price range to be considered high potential. Okay, so obviously I've now set that to 17 to 60. Okay, optimal number of reviews. part of our strategy is to make sure that there are enough reviews. In other words, there is a product that is selling in demand. So we've got that as 50, but not too many. And again, we've got this set to 300. I often change this around 300, 500, 250, something like that. And again, it's one of those criteria that you can come back to change or alter. But for now, I'm going to leave that to 300. So I'm really looking for products that fall within that category range with a number of reviews between 50 and 300. Okay, so item weight. We don't want to be shipping products around that is too heavy. If we're doing that, it's just going to be cost prohibitive because you have got to ship the product from China. And if it's too heavy, that's just going to increase your initial outlay or cost of goods anyway, because it's going to go on top of the product cost. Also, your picking and shipping fees go up from Amazon. Okay, if it's too heavy. Now, this automatically defaults to the maximum package size of 18, 14, 8. Okay, so this is good because I just leave this alone. This is a default within the program itself. And that is set such that we don't find products that are oversized. In other words, it's all going to be standard size or smaller, so which is great. Now, this table down here with this all of the listings and the colors here. So this is the BSR range. All right. So what we got here is, if we have a look at some of this, arts and crafts from 1 to 1,000 as a BSR. Okay, we'll put us in the good or high potential if we've got a product between 1 and 201. That's going to be that gold section. And between 201 and 1,000 in the green section. We've got a blue section now, which is 1,000 to 1,200, and then a gray, anything over that. So each category has its own level of competitors. Okay, so some categories are more competitive than others. In other words, have got more suppliers, more competitors, basically in that category itself. Look, beauty, for example, you can see here the range goes from 1 to 3,500. Books, will skip that one, but if we look at grocery and gourmet, it's again 3,500. Health and personal care, 5,000. Home and kitchen, 5,000. Well, we know that those two categories are very, very competitive. In other words, there's an awful lot of competitors and sellers in those particular markets. But if we look at industrial, for example, it's 1 to 1,000 because there's less people in that niche, in that sort of category. Okay, so that's basically how we do our settings. All right, so just go through this and just make sure everything. I generally leave this table alone. You can adjust it, but I just generally leave that alone. And again, it's just hover over this. You'll be able to see that we've got excellent high as the go. You can't quite see that because the screen. Then you've got the big green there, which is good BSR range. Then you've got the blue, it's acceptable, undesirable, and then you've got sort of the mauve color, or whatever you want to call it, as an error. Okay, so that's basically the settings. Very, very simple. These do follow our criteria from the Gorillaz tribe, so which is cool. Everything's aligned there. So let's go back and look at our hunt for products. Okay, so what we've been doing is basically looking for potential products within the best sellers range. Okay, and we've been drilling down into subcategories and subcategories and subcategories. So again, if I just drill down. Okay, so I'm now on the bottom level here. And again, you can see it's got 4 high potentials in this particular subcategory. Okay, and you can see these here based in green this time. So based upon our criteria that we just set within the settings, okay, we've got 4 out of this first page of sort of 20 items. Okay, and again, you can just go straight back down, and each time you load a page, it will come up with the new information over in the interactive panel over here. All right, so again, we've loaded up the next page. We've got 20 per page, 0 potential there. Okay, right, so let's go back to the dashboard because I have actually saved a couple of products. Okay, and what we want to do now is go into potential products, and here we go. We've got our potential products listed down here, so which is pretty good. So if I'm interested in some of this, and this is one we added earlier, if we're interested in any of these we want to look at, we can do so further. But what we got here is if you look at this product, you got the open in new window tab there. So if you press that, that's going to open up in Amazon itself. Okay, and then you can go into have a look at the listing itself. Okay, well, let's go back to the app for now, and it's going to give you a little bit more information. This is by Baby Doppler. That's the brand name. The BSR in baby is 115, which is excellent. It's giving us our daily estimate sales. There's more than 71 units per day being sold of this unit. Okay, the weight is less than a pound, which is excellent. And you can see when it was added back in 2000 no, it's when we added it, sorry, which is basically just now, today. Okay, the number of reviews is 106, which is excellent. The price falls within our criteria, which is cool. And you can see that the daily average revenue for this product is 3,714. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. So you can add notes to this. Yes, I like this information, but it might be a little bit too high for me, or it's electronics, or I'm not sure about this product, or yes, I'm going to follow this. I've contacted the suppliers. You can put your notes in here, whatever you want. Okay, on the right-hand side. Now, you could also track this product. And you see this is greened out because I'm already tracking it. So I pressed this earlier, and I'm now tracking this product. We've got one down here, which is the next one. And you can see here we've got the similar information to what's going on here. So if I just press that product now, track this product, what that's going to do is that, okay, you want to track it, no problems. What keyword do you want to track this under? Okay, so if I copy down the title and put that in there, that's just going to be too much information. I'm not interested in some of this information from a keyword point of view. It does give you suggested keywords, so which is pretty cool. So the title I'm just going to get rid of because I'm not interested in that. But this is a baby heartbeat monitor. This is a womb baby sound amplifier. So I'm going to use baby sound amplifier. And again, it's giving us alternative suggestions down here that we can monitor and track. And bearing in mind that we're on the free version, so we can only track 3 per niche anyway. So I'm just going to leave it as that, and I'm going to go start tracking. Okay, but when you're doing your keyword, when you add your keyword here, try and make it as sensible as possible. Make it such that it's one of the keywords that you're potentially going to target when you are launching this product. Okay, right. So we're now automatically taking over to our track products, and you can see it. I've only got 2 in here that I've added. This is a sample product, and the garlic press is a sample product that the tool comes with anyway. So you can see some of the information there. But let's have a look and see what we've got on this screen. So on the first of all, you've got let that finish loading. So we've got competitors and reports. Okay, so competitors and reports. So on here it's telling us we've got 10 strong competitors. You can see that just here. So 10 strong competitors. Now what this is doing is allowing us to select within the niche the top sellers, so we can actually identify their strategy and what's happening from a daily basis within their business over the niche. We're not just tracking a single product anymore. We're tracking a number of different products within the niche. Again, that's a lot better than tracking a single product. Tracking a single product is going to give you a snapshot in time on one product. And if you've basically chosen the wrong product to track, you could actually make a decision based upon wrong information. Here, we're tracking 10 competitors. Okay, so we're looking at 10 listings over that niche. And then we can actually make our minds up with respect to, is this a good product to actually get into? Is this something that I want to invest my money into? Okay, so you can see here the demand is 57%. This is 2.1. The target is normally it looks promising. So again, if you hover over anything here, it's just going to give you a quick explanation to what that is. So let me read that just in case you can't read it. So competitors is like on the borderline, is average. So it looks promising. There are enough players selling similar products, and if all of them are successful, there is sufficient demand. Go for it. Okay, just build a better listing if you should see a good return. And you should see a good return, sorry. Okay, so that's pretty good. Again, if we're hovering over the ease of entry, okay, so let's have a look at the easy entry. So reviews, jackpot, well done, guys. We've found, sorry about that. We've found a winner. If there seems to be enough demand, don't wait, start sourcing, go for it, jump in. Okay, so listings, pump your listing. You can easily do better than the existing competitors if you make a little effort. In other words, do our launch procedure and go for it. Okay, profits, well, we don't know yet because we haven't actually sort of added anything in. So how do we find our profits? Well, there's we're looking at the keywords here, and we're only sort of monitoring sort of one keyword, baby Doppler, on this particular product itself. But if we go over to the research tab, just here, look. So if I go to research now, that's got a number of different areas in it that we can't actually see anything. So click to load, monthly searches, click to load. All right, so let's click to load. So again, we're just going to add some more information here. Typically, it's opened up in the other window. There we go. So this is what it came up with. So you can see here now that the first 5 rows, keyword is baby Doppler. It's got 88,600 searches per month. Okay, so I'm happy with baby Doppler. 88,600 searches per month. Good enough for me. I've stopped subscribing to Merchant Words. Maybe I should sign up again. But anyway, I'm going to save that because I'm happy with that particular keyword. The search terms is pretty good. If that was down to 1,000, that's probably not enough demand from a search term point of view. But 88,600 per month is very good. So I'm going to save that particular search term. Okay, so I'm just going to move that out of the way again. For some reason I've locked up. Hold on. Let's give me a warning here. Amount saved. It is safe to close this window. Excellent. It's got a note here. Please note, a paid subscription to Merchant Words is not included in your AmazeOwl subscription and is not required for this search volume data. However, you did notice that the top 5 search terms, because on the Merchant Words, the free version gives you the top 5. If you go to the paid version, you get everything. Okay, so I'm just going to close this window now. I'm just going to refresh this, and every time you refresh it, it actually uploads the information you've just saved. So you can now see the monthly search is including my 88,600 searches per month for this particular keyword. Google Trends. Is it a trending product? I don't want to be getting into a product if it's on a downward trend or something like that. That's crazy. So let's have a look. So click and load. Again, it's going to open up in a separate window. And it's going to go into Google Trends. Okay, so baby Doppler, you can see that. And what we're looking for is an upward trend in the overall. So you can see this is gradually going up, so which is pretty cool. It's come up on my local language here, so it's obviously recognized that I'm in the Philippines, but don't worry about that. But you can see where the popular areas are with respect to where this product's being sold. But what I'm interested in this is a general upward trend. I'm happy enough with that. Since 2004, it's obviously got a few peaks and troughs. But in general, it's an overall upward sort of trend. So it tells me up here, look, that the AmazeOwl keyword baby Doppler, the chart has been saved. It is now safe to close this window. So excellent. So I'm happy enough with that. It's the trend is going in the right direction. I shall close that. And this now refreshes, and you can now see that Google Trends is now in my research. Okay, so I've actually got that graph here. So I can now see that my monthly searches and the trend is looking pretty good. Okay, so the rest of the information here is demand level is 3. Now, I said earlier that so I'm in the minimum areas looking around 3. Now, again, it's got here's a quick explanation to what that is. We've already read the first one. So a sweet spot. People are looking for this product. And every search on Amazon is an intention to buy. So don't forget, if anybody got sort of Prime, they're basically sitting there with a one-click purchase, their credit card in their teeth, hungry to buy. What we've got to do is get our product in front of that person, and they will potentially buy it. So which is excellent. Median review. Let me say that again. Median. Okay. Now, what median means? Let me take you back to school a little bit. The median is not the average. It's not the medium. Okay. So the average is all of the reviews added up and divided by the quantity of reviews. This is not what we're talking about here. Okay. It's talking about the middle. The median is the middle. So we've got 9 reviews. It's going to take the 4.5 review, basically. So we've got 10 reviews. We've got 6. It's going to take the middle one. We've got 10 here. It's going to take the middle reviews. We've got 127.5 reviews. That's why we got the 0.5 there. I know you can't get half a review, but that's basically what we're saying is that's the middle point. Okay. Ease of entry, it's excellent. We've already had a look at that as well, so which is cool. We've got one here, bright buy price, click to load. This is quite cool. So on and now I'm going to click that, wait for the window to load up, and that's going to take us straight into Alibaba. Right, so what this allows us to do is have a look at the average price. Now, again, we've got our interactive sort of window hovering around here for us, waiting to add some information. Taking the average from the first 5 items with USD dollars. Information is not available. Basic. So basic, what we need to do is just add that ourselves. But basically what we've got to do now is scroll down, make sure that we are looking for the average price of this product. Okay, so on the third is 25. 10 to 150, that seems a bit crazy high. 18 to 25, 30 to 50, the 0. And it's if you had reasonable prices, this would automatically populate. But because we've got one up at 200, we've got one here at 0. It's going, excuse me, what's going on? So let's have a look down here. 5 to 25, 20 units hasn't even got a price on it. 10 to 50, I would say that the average price is 25 to 30. I'm going to put 28 in there. Okay. So I'm going to add 28, then save. It might be a little bit lower, I don't know. But okay, we've now saved that. Okay, so it's now safe to close this window. So we've been given the green light. We can now close that. Thank you. And what this is going to do is refresh. And it's going to look at our 28. Okay. So we know that the median price, again, the median price is all right. Let me share my screen again. We just dropped out there for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Right, let's try again. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so assume we're back on. So buy price. So if we have a look at the buy price, if we click so the buy price, we know that. If we look at net profit, because we want to go on the net profit, make sure there's enough profit in this particular aspect to make worthwhile investing. So click on that. And that's now going to bring us over to the FBA calculator. So we know that basically what it's doing here is pulling up on one of our products that we've been looking at, i.e. the monitor that we've actually saved. Okay, we've got our interactive sort of AmazeOwl window over here. And what we're going to do now is put in our prices. So Amazon fulfillment, We're going to sell this for probably about the same. So I'm going to leave the selling price the same. It's probably going to, well, we know it was under £1. So that's £2. So we're going to call that probably going to be a couple of dollars to actually bring that in. And the cost of product is 28, as we know. So recalculate that. So we're going to see over here that we've got our net profit of $10 with a 19% return on margin, or net margin. Okay, that's reasonable. That's not quite as high as what I'd like, simply because the cost of the product is quite high. If I was going to get into this product, I would certainly do some more research with respect to looking around for alternative suppliers, making sure I've got the lowest price, but the best product I can get for that price. In the meantime, I'm just going to save this information, wait for them to give me the thumbs up with respect to everything's okay. It's all saved. I can shut down the window. Here we go. It's now saved. It's closed. So again, if we close this down, it's now going to refresh the page, and everything is on the research data that we're looking at. Okay. So again, let's recap. Keywords that we're monitoring. We're monitoring baby Doppler. Okay. We've got 10 competitors that we're monitoring against. Okay. Out of those 10, we've got a monthly search for 89. So if we have a look into the research, that we know out of the 10 competitors, that this is what we're tracking. We're not tracking this one product now. We're looking at 10 competitors that we're tracking. Okay. We're looking at 281 average sales per day. Okay, that's total. So if you divide that by 10, because we've got 10 there, that's 28 sales per day. We've got a total of 13,729 per day revenue. And again, if you divide that by 10, we're just looking at sort of 1,300 profit per day. Okay, so basically this gives you a ton of information with respect to what we're doing here. Now the update, so updated 4 hours ago. So if I do the update now, you want to go in here and do this on a daily basis. Now, because we're on the free version, we have to do this manually. We should talk about some of the subscription products actually do this automatically, but if we do that on a daily basis, so I'm going to now update this. And it's going to update all the information that we've just put in there and gone off and researched. So if you do this on a daily basis, that's going to give you a very good idea if you're monitoring and tracking a niche or a particular keyword over, say, a week or 2 weeks, with respect to how good that is actually looking. So just wait for this to load. It's now loading. It's just about finished loading there. Okay, so that's our product that we're looking at. So if we click on this particular keyword, open that up. That's going to bring up more information here. Okay. So again, we've got our sort of competitors. So we're now gone into another analytical page. You can see some more tabs at the crosshair. So the competitors, we know that we're monitoring 10 competitors for this particular product. Okay. And here they are now. So what you want to do is when you're coming down here, it allows you to actually filter out or actually close out some irrelevant products. All of these are done. Let's just let's go back and have a look at sort of other potential products that we haven't done that for. So I'm going to have a look at this one here. Let's go back to track products, sorry. Okay, right. So if we press this particular baby sound amplifier, we'll be able to actually start to work on this particular product. Okay. Now, again, this is all of the competitors. Okay, so this is a slightly different product. This is a baby sound amplifier, a vintage tube. overdrive. The guitar wow wow effect, well, we clearly don't want that. So basically what we're going to do there is move to ignored. Okay, we want to get rid of, we're not interested in monitoring competitors that has got absolutely no relevance to what we're looking at. So if we're scrolling down here, they're all pretty good, they're about the same. Okay, I'm not sure about this particular one. That doesn't look right, does it? So move to ignore. Okay, the rest of them, okay. Okay, so basically that's what we've done now. I'm going to go back and have a look at the one that we've started to track, but that allows us to actually take out irrelevant competitors. I want to go back to our baby Doppler over here that we've just completed some of the information on, and now we can actually start to have a look at the overall niche of what we're doing. That we know that we've got 10 competitors here that we've actually identified. And this is what we're tracking. We're tracking that with this particular keyword here at the moment, baby Doppler. So if we go into stats, right, this stats is going to give us some more information. There's a ton of lines on here, obviously, but we're interested in just a few of them, and those that are raising up. Okay, so this particular green one. So if I ever over this green line here on any particular given point, that's going to give us what the product is, and it's going to give us some more information. But you can see this over a period of time, that this has actually been rising up, rising up, rising up. The rest of them have been pretty steady right at the top here, which is pretty impressive. Okay, so if I had a few of these lines that were coming down, that would tell me that this particular niche is a little bit volatile, because if you can stay at the top, then all of a sudden crash off, then it may be something to have a look at. It may be the fact that they've just run out of sort of stock. But if you scroll down, you can have a look at the pricing. Some of the pricing histogram, you can look at this, is pretty steady. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so basically what it's telling us is where the majority of these prices are situated. Okay, so the majority of these are in the top end. Okay, which is pretty good. So we've got 3 up here at 59.98. We've got 1, 2, 3. You can see the count bar on the left-hand side here. Okay. We've got 52.47. We've got another 3 there. We've got 1 down here at 42. We've got some at 39, and we've got an odd line down there under 30. Not interested in selling a product at 30. I want to be selling it up to the top end. I feel pretty comfortable getting here at $60 because I've already got 3 competitors selling at 60. So what would I do? I would go and check those listings just to make sure that I'm on par, if not better, than what they're doing, what their offer is. Maybe I'm differentiating myself with respect to adding something else onto the product, and making sure that there's a good offer to be had. Okay, pricing history. So have a look down the bottom here. We can also have a look at what's happened with the price over a period of time. Okay, so the time here is, you can see we've got a number of different activities based down the bottom here. Okay, so that's the stats. Keywords. What a brilliant tool this is. So out of our 10 strong competitors that we're monitoring, okay, we've got title ticked here. You can see title is ticked here. And what that's doing is taking all of our 10 competitors, looking at the titles, right, and basically seeing what the keywords are more dominant. In other words, how many repetitive keywords are showing. So, okay, the larger the keyword, when I'm talking about the large, I'm not talking about the longest, but how big the keyword stands out in this word cloud. Okay, baby. Obviously, we're talking about a baby Doppler or a heartbeat monitor, something like that. Baby's going to be pretty dominant in the keywords for the titles, and you can see here this is the biggest word on the word cloud itself. But you can use this in order to actually start to pull together your keywords and start to optimize your listing. Okay, so do you think that baby monitor, heartbeat, gift, pregnancy, perfect would be good keywords to use? Not necessarily in that order, but pull those out and make sense of them. So let's have a look at the bullet points. Now, bearing in mind that we know that out of the bullet points, 85% of the words in your bullets are indexed. So let's include the bullet points. Okay, so what it's going to do now is go off and have a look at our 10 competitors that we're monitoring and pull all of those keywords in. And again, this is just too big to have a look at, so I would actually download this list now. But you can see here, heartbeat is a predominant word in the overall between titles and bullets. Then we've got listening, display, listen. Okay, camera, unborn, sounds. Okay, so this is a very, very powerful tool. And you can just sort of click or unclick, so various different things. Okay, so we're definitely interested in this. Very, very useful to know. Keyword ranks. Let's look at that. We know that we're monitoring baby Doppler as our main keyword. And while this is loading, we can have a look at what we've got here. So if we scroll down, we can see all of our competitors here. And you can see some numbers on here. So what does the symbols and numbers indicate? So let's have a look. So again, if you hover over anything on this particular program, it does shout out at you what that actually does. So 13.8. So, whoops. So 13.8. I can't move my mouse and at the same time. So 13 is the rank on the page, and the 8 is the page number itself. So that would mean it's position 13 on page 8. The green arrow, well, it's going to be an arrow next to it, and you can see here if it's a red down arrow, that indicates a large drop in ranking, more than one page of a drop. Okay, if it's got an open red triangle, that means it's a small drop. Okay, less than one page of a drop. Solid green up is an improvement of more than one page. An open green arrow is less than one page, but an improvement. Okay, you can sort of see the numbers down the bottom here. I'll just go from the left hand side onwards. So you've got a date here, 2017 09 02. That's the date original position recorded. In other words, the date that we put it into the system. Okay, original position. In other words, where it is originally ranked when we added it. So 19, bearing in mind that 1 is the position, 9 is the page. Date, last position recorded. In other words, when we updated it. Okay, and the latest position. In other words, where is it now? Okay, so this is what they are. So let's go and have a look at this first one. If we hover over here. So it was added yesterday. It was on rank 4, page 1, and it's still on rank 4, page 1. Okay. So, and you can see a baby Doppler BSR for this particular product is 24,000. We've got one here that we've been monitoring. That's our product that we've just added in. That's 115. So you can see all of our top competitors here. This one down here has obviously got a red drop. That's dropped the page, as we just saw. Okay, so really cool information. Ignore products and competitors. This is the list of ones that we've actually put into the system. We think, you know what, it's got nothing to do with what we're doing here. Let's throw it into there. Okay, so that is pretty cool. In my opinion, this tool is my new go-to tool with respect to sort of users can free information. Okay, so, and again, I know there's a lot of information on here. I'm going to break this down again because I really like this tool. I'm going to break it down into the small elements, similar to what the sort of the training videos are, such that we can actually understand that as small bite-sized information. So if we're going to go into the product database, it's going to tell us, you need to subscribe, Paul. There we go. To unlock that, you need to subscribe. Okay. But what I'll do is I will subscribe, and I shall do a training on what this actually gives us. Okay, so that, my friends, is a very quick, fast, but fairly in-depth overview of what AmazeOwl does. Now, what I do is, again, I'm going to do some more slower introduction videos with respect to, okay, this section here, product finding, then we go potentials, and I'm going to break this down for you. But in the meantime, if you've got any questions, I know my internet dropped out for a second there. If you do have any questions, please jump in, drop them into the chat if it's still around. and I shall sort of come back to you. But we've got Dave in the background. Hello, Dave. How you doing? Good to see you here. We've got Chiang Mai calling. Always welcome, guys. Always welcome, as you know. Roberto, hello. How you doing? All right, team. I can't see any questions, and that may be because my internet dropped out and the chat's not available. Maybe you're just too shy to ask any questions. I don't know. But all right, that's all I've got for today. In the meantime, happy sailing. I'm going to be sending out some more information during the week with respect to sort of directions and stuff and where we're going. So please look out for that. Next week, I will be in Chiang Mai. So I'm going to be going over there. I won't be able to do a call next week because I've got a presentation at the Digital Summit live, and that will be on the same time as what we've got the general call. But what I do is hopefully record that session and make that available for everybody within the membership. All right, team, that's all I got. You take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.